Many of us enter marriage with a profound commitment. We believe in the sanctity of vows. The idea of forever is deeply ingrained. Divorce for some is not merely a legal process. It feels like a personal failing, a betrayal of deeply held beliefs. I too once held the conviction that marriage was an unbreakable bond, a promise meant to withstand any storm. This belief can be powerful. It can also become a cage when the storm is, in fact, a relentless, personality-driven hurricane. We are taught perseverance. We are told that love conquers all. These are beautiful sentiments. They become dangerous when they trap us in harmful situations. The early days of a relationship with a narcissist often feel like a fairy tale. There is intense charm and grand gestures. This is the love-bombing phase. It is designed to draw you in completely. You feel seen, adored, and cherished like never before. Subtle red flags might appear, but they are easily dismissed. Perhaps they are overly sensitive to criticism or subtly devalue others. You might attribute these to quirks or a bad day. The intensity of the initial connection often overshadows these early warning signs. This idealization phase is crucial for the narcissist. It builds a foundation of perceived perfection, making it harder to see the cracks when they inevitably appear later. Then, the realization begins to dawn slowly and painfully. This is not just a difficult patch in the marriage. This is not about a partner having a few flaws. You start to notice a consistent pattern of behavior. There is a lack of empathy. There are frequent manipulations. Your feelings are constantly invalidated. The term narcissist might surface through research or a friend's concerned observation. It's a shocking and difficult label to consider for someone you love, someone you pledged your life to. This awareness is often met with denial. It is easier to hope for change than to accept such a harsh reality about your partner. The internal conflict becomes immense. On one hand, there is the sacred vow of forever. On the other, there is the daily experience of emotional pain and confusion. The belief that divorce is unacceptable creates a powerful barrier. It keeps many people tethered to toxic relationships far longer than is healthy. You might tell yourself that you need to try harder. You might believe you can fix them or the relationship. This internal battle between deeply held values and the harsh reality of narcissistic abuse is exhausting. It chips away at your resolve and your sense of self, making it even harder to contemplate leaving this destructive cycle. Narcissism is a personality pattern characterized by several key traits. Grandiosity is one hallmark. This means the individual has an inflated sense of self-importance. They believe they are superior and unique. A profound lack of empathy is another critical component. Narcissists struggle to recognize or share the feelings of others. They often require excessive admiration from those around them. Their world revolves around their own needs and desires. They also exhibit a strong sense of entitlement. They expect special treatment and compliance with their demands. Understanding these core traits is the first step to identifying narcissistic abuse. These traits manifest in various damaging behaviors within a marriage. Gaslighting is a common tactic. This is when the narcissist denies your reality, making you doubt your sanity. They might say, "That never happened," or "You're too sensitive." Manipulation is another tool. They might use guilt, threats, or charm to control you. Constant criticism is also prevalent. They will chip away at your self-esteem by finding fault with everything you do. They often play the victim to gain sympathy or deflect blame. They are masters at turning situations around to make themselves look good, even when they are clearly in the wrong. This creates a very confusing environment. Living with a narcissistic partner means constantly walking on eggshells. You become hyper-aware of their moods and reactions. You try to anticipate their needs to avoid conflict. Your own feelings and needs are consistently dismissed or invalidated. The relationship becomes entirely one-sided. All energy flows towards the narcissist. Their achievements are paramount. Their problems are the only ones that matter. You may find yourself shrinking, becoming a shadow of your former self. Your life starts to revolve around managing their emotions and expectations. This is an exhausting and unsustainable way to live. It gradually diminishes your own identity. Narcissists often isolate their partners. They might subtly or overtly criticize your friends and family. This makes you more dependent on them. They create a narrative where they are the only person who truly understands or cares for you. This control is insidious. They might demean your accomplishments or mock your interests. This is all part of breaking down your self-worth. The goal is to make you feel small and reliant on them. This ensures their continued supply of admiration and control. The isolation makes it harder to seek help or gain an outside perspective on the abusive dynamic you are trapped within. The emotional toll of living with a narcissist is immense and multifaceted. Victims often experience chronic anxiety. They are constantly on edge, unsure what will trigger their partner's anger or disapproval. Depression is also common. The constant criticism and lack of emotional support can lead to feelings of hopelessness and despair. A pervasive sense of confusion clouds their thinking. This is often a direct result of gaslighting and manipulation. Over time, a deep-seated feeling of worthlessness can take root. You start to believe the negative things the narcissist says about you. This erosion of self-esteem is a significant injury. Gaslighting is particularly damaging to mental health. It is a deliberate attempt to make you doubt your own perception of reality. When your partner consistently denies events or twists facts, you begin to question your memory and sanity. "Am I crazy?" becomes a frequent silent question. This erosion of self-trust is devastating. You lose confidence in your ability to make sound judgments. You may even start to believe you are the problem in the relationship, as the narcissist often insists. This self-doubt can paralyze you, making it difficult to recognize the abuse for what it is and even harder to take steps to leave. Prolonged exposure to narcissistic abuse can lead to complex post-traumatic stress disorder, CPTSD. Unlike PTSD from a single traumatic event, CPTSD develops from ongoing, repetitive trauma. Symptoms can include difficulty with emotional regulation, flashbacks, and a persistent sense of being unsafe. Victims may feel trapped both physically and emotionally. The constant stress impacts the nervous system. It leads to a state of hypervigilance. The world starts to feel like a dangerous place. Healing from CPTSD requires specialized support. It is a testament to the severity of the emotional damage inflicted by these relationships over time. Isolation is another significant consequence. Narcissists often work to cut off their partner's support systems. They might create drama with your friends or family. They might make it difficult for you to maintain outside relationships. Sometimes, victims isolate themselves due to shame or embarrassment. They may feel unable to articulate the subtle, insidious nature of the abuse. They fear no one will understand or believe them. This isolation deepens the narcissist's control. It also makes it much harder for the victim to find the strength and resources needed to escape the toxic environment. Lack of support prolongs the suffering. For many, the idea of divorce is initially unthinkable. It goes against cherished beliefs about commitment and forever. However, when trapped in a marriage with a narcissist, this perspective undergoes a painful but necessary transformation. Forever cannot mean enduring unending emotional torment and abuse. The realization dawns that staying is not a sign of strength, but a path to self-destruction. Divorce in this context shifts from being perceived as a failure. It becomes an act of profound self-preservation. It is choosing yourself. It is choosing safety. It is choosing sanity over a vow made under false pretenses. True narcissists rarely change. Their personality patterns are deeply ingrained and resistant to self-reflection or genuine alteration. They lack the insight and empathy required for meaningful growth. Couples therapy with a narcissist is often ineffective. It can even be manipulated by the narcissist to further blame the victim. Therefore, divorce often becomes the only viable option for the victim to reclaim their life and well-being. Staying in the hope that the narcissist will change is usually a futile exercise. It only prolongs the suffering and damage. Accepting this difficult truth is a crucial step towards liberation from the cycle of abuse. If you are in this situation, please seek professional help. A therapist experienced in narcissistic abuse can provide invaluable support. They can help you understand the dynamics. They can validate your experiences. Building a strong support system of trusted friends and family is also vital. Document incidents of abuse if it is safe to do so. This can be important if legal proceedings become necessary. Understand that leaving a narcissist is incredibly difficult and often a complex process. It is a courageous step, not a failure. It requires planning and support to navigate successfully and safely. Remember, healing is possible. Life after a narcissistic relationship can be peaceful and fulfilling. It takes time and effort to recover from the emotional wounds. Reclaiming your identity, your self-worth, and your joy is a journey worth every step. You are not alone in this experience. Many have walked this path and emerged stronger. There is hope for a future where you are valued, respected, and free from abuse. Choose yourself, Choose healing. Choose a life where forever means your own well-being and happiness, not enduring unending pain for the sake of a broken vow.